Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Best Free Play here, back with a brand new video, and a new series at that too. This is going to be Emergency 4, and as you will see in the description of the video, where is this? We're jumping right on into it here. So, as I can see, this stroke appears to be inside this house, and it's probably going to require us to break the door down, in this case. Just like every mod requires you to, so you always have to start, like, you know, extra equipment to help with that. And now this mod, I'm sure a lot of people know about it. Northview, South County is this modification, and it's age. Now this isn't like the newer ones where they're realistic, where they have, you gotta have, like, they have water script. I mean, look at this, and there's a hydrant here.
Roger.
Alright, so let's see if we can make entry. If we can make entry, I can send my rescue back. Oh, well, that's cool. There are a lot of mods that don't let you just, like, open, you know, dumb stuff up. Oh, she's barely barely there. Just send the rescue back.
Okay.
Alright, just have to throw a little skip in there for us so we could get started. You know, we all know the first mission of the game. You know, it's the first one, and no other missions load during this time, so, you know, I just had to skip that there, just so we'd get this lady healed up quicker for transport. I don't ever transport anybody unless they're top notch on the bar. So, I spend a lot of time, you know, sure I play these modifications and so forth, but I also you know, fix them and make them to where, you know, to more of my liking type of, you know, things. And you know, Northview is kind of old. There's not much you can do. I mean, the scripts are ancient. You would really have to go into the editor and edit a bunch of stuff out, you know, just to make the doors work for the bays. Maybe add some new things, fix up the way the alignment is for the deck guns when the water comes out. That's interesting. I've never noticed this, but there's a man with a camera here. I play Northview all the time, but I've never noticed him. But there's so many different things that happen a lot, and in some mods, like you'll maybe see me play West Lampeter Township modification one of these days. There's a few things in there that I found that I need to go into the editor and fix. And that's also the modification I've messed around with, learning about the mod and eventually working and making my own modification.
Fire, cause not known. Prevent the fire from spreading and extinguish it.
I will probably end up basing my mod off of the Montana's base mod.
Roger. In
the area. Another great thing I love about this mod is how easy it is to put out a fire. You know, kind of easy, maybe a little too easy. If we zoom in, you can see, you look over from this angle where the water's coming out of the tip. Of course, when you're looking above it, it looks like it's coming out of the front. Let's keep it.
Central, I'll be 1019, 1051 to station.
Alright, so we finally got a medical call. It's been probably like 5 or so minutes of just sitting back and doing nothing. That probably has to do with me when I edited the game files back in the day to kind of like give me more time between calls.
Almost there.
It's okay. It's done.
Why do you just go over there? There you go.
It's done.
So as we sit here and wait on this call, and for these for this paramedic to hurry up, which, you know, they're ready to go now.
It's done.
Almost there.
The scripts in this game are so old and ancientified
Roger.
that you'd really have to edit the game out and redo all the vehicles, redo the mapping, the traffic logic, you know, just a ton of things to make it more realistic, which is probably a massive undertaking. But with my limited expertise, I probably couldn't do it without really breaking the game and trying to figure out everything about it. I mean, I sit back and the creator and owner of Jackson County's Modification, SOCOM, I've talked to him about different modifications, and so far, you know, editing vehicles, placing them at the station, you know, for their scripts to, you know, go back to the station. You know, it's getting there and everything. The models you use, but in this station right here, I don't like this source. This just, I know these are all based off of like real life modifications, but this here is junk. I mean, this tiller. The tiller with the trailer logic is just, oh my god. I cannot stress how much I hate it. I would just go in here and slap a random engine on here from like the FDNY. I don't even care if, you know, everything doesn't match. Tillers are so buggy, they're broken. Same with the cranes, they don't work in this version.
Medical emergency.
Oh my
Someone has
God.
fallen and is slightly injured. Treat and
I
remove.
must have really buffed up the medical emergencies in this mod when I edited the
It's
files.
okay.
That's really, I don't really mind those. I guess one of these days in episode 2 we'll go play some of those German modifications that really have a little bit more to them, kind of like Copenhagen Airport, although all that ever has is police call outs, and those are real boring. I don't think there's hardly any airplane fires.
It's okay.
Almost there.
It's done.
Almost there. Roger.
Oh,
10-4.
the cameraman died. That's cool. Or, well, he got down. I'm sure with some of you guys as well, there's a lot of mods that some of you may play that have, you turn on your directional lights or you use like a cop to kind of wave vehicles on, and the vehicle you just see, it just kind of, you know, bounce back and forth. You already know, oh great, now that vehicle's bugged out, it's glitched out, it's not going to move, and you're going to have to get the police and a tow truck to get rid of it. With the police, you shoot it until it catches fire, put it out with the fire department, and tow it away. And that creates a lot of problems. And in West Lampeter, a big thing in there that I've been trying to work on is traffic. Traffic is everywhere. Traffic gets backed up tremendously, even without the need for traffic lights. So it comes down to the ability of, okay, how well is the game going to work if you take an older script, such like the directional lights in this version, and place it over there. In most new mods these days, all the scripts that I've seen are 1.5, 2, you know, they're higher, they've been updated, they work better, type of things. And over here in this 2014 built game, everything's like 1.1, you know, everything is fresh off of the LA's modification, the very first mod that defined it all, and, you know, made Emergency 4 what it is now.
It's done.
Copy.
Another thing too is I've thought about building my own modification. I know I mentioned that earlier, but there's a little city here in the county that I have. Well, maybe not. It's not probably in my county. It's a little bit north of my county. No, actually, yeah, it is in my county. It's just I've never heard of it before until like a week ago, and it's about a half a mile wide, at least for the city area. And that's about the size of what the Montana modification is like too, if you guys have ever played that. It's, you know, small, and Montana's modification is nothing but volunteers. I mean, your outside assistance is paid firefighters coming from other cities, but Montana's modification is volunteer based. And I really like that. And so, with being with this city and its size, I really thought about, okay, alright, we'll have an engine, a rescue engine, and an engine tanker. And 2 different single base stations, both volunteer based, in a
Exploded gas pipe. Extinguish all fires and if necessary treat all casualties and take them away.
It's done.
Oh my god, man, the FPS is horrendous.
Roger.
Alright, we need to get a hold on this fire right away. Everything's still exploding. That sucks. Alright, that is a
Roger.
problem. Holy cow.
It's done. It's done.
Okay. We finally get of course the hoses are real loud. I don't think this thing serves any purpose at all. What are those posts? It's on the side of the door. It's supposed to be a ladder thing. You're just gonna tell me it's just hooked up like that? No problem? Okay, alright. Makes no sense to me why it's so loud. I mean, I literally have my volume settings. Exploded gas pipe on a gas station. Alright, we'll have, the entire fire here. And you never have hazmat calls, so this is the most useless vehicle in the game. It's never used. If I don't get in there soon, we're gonna die, and then that's done. So, when that utility gets here, we'll use the utility to get in there and drive people and pull them out. Put you over there. Put
It's
you on
okay.
that.
Central, I'll be 1019, 1051 to station.
Hella dead people here. Let me start clearing the vehicles.
Central, I'll be 1019, 1051 to station. 1051 to station. 1051 to station.
I don't need you.
Central, I'll be 1019, 1051 to station.
Look how broken that is. That's the biggest pet peeve
Roger.
I have right now.
Roger.
Okay, that's cool.
10-4. It's okay.
Grab me a tea bag. Go
It's
help
okay.
someone out.
It's okay. It's okay.
Get the supervisor here right away.
Roger. It's done. It's okay. Roger. It's done. It's okay.
Is that nearly everybody? I think it is.
Yes.
It's okay.
Pretty sure that's everyone
It's
there.
done.
Looking
It's okay.
about. That is my
It's okay. Roger.
engine company paramedic.
It's okay. Roger. Roger.
10-4. 10-4. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No problem.
Oh shit.
Central, I'll be 1019, 1051 to
Someone has
station.
suffered a stroke. Treat immediately and take the
yeah.
victim away.
It's done.
Who's suffering a stroke? Where are they at? Okay, where's that? Alright, let's see.
It's done. It's okay. It's done. Roger. It's done. Roger. It's okay.
Hopefully she ain't dead yet.
Central, I'll be 1019,
okay.
1051 to station.
10-4. Yes.
It's okay.
I already know these vehicles are gonna respawn, so I think that's everybody that we were concerned about
Almost
right
there.
there. Gonna pull those people out.
10-4.
It's okay.
Central, I'll be 1019, 1051 to station.
Tiller, and I do. I don't like the physics at all about it. If I was really good, and maybe in the future I'll revisit this game, update it, There's a lot of modifications that were discontinued that are no longer used, kind of like Harbor City and, you know, other things. I believe the owner of Jackson County was doing something with Harbor City.
Roger.
But there's a lot of modifications that everybody's moved on from that I probably will never move on from. I'll probably continue to play and mess around with the mod itself until, you know, it's to my liking. And I have a Discord that I specifically put these files on and everything. I probably may not be released to the public until I have everything the way I think it should be and the way it's updated and all. Kind of like this version. I'm sure people would love to see
Yes.
this version of the game, at least for this modification, have a water supply. I mean, there are more hydrants on this map than I've seen anywhere. I mean, look at this. There's 1, 2, 3. All right, that's a lot in one little area.